There we go. I'm unmuted now. Hi, friends. Let's start this over again and welcome to this week's live gathering. I'm Tim Fortescue, an internal family systems practitioner. This model has been life changing for me personally and for the clients that I'm able to walk alongside. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're joining for the first time or you've been with us week after week, your presence truly matters. This is a space where we can pause together, breathe, turn inward with curiosity and compassion. Each week, we explore different aspects of IFS, not as abstract ideas, but as living, breathing invitations to meet ourselves more fully. You may notice parts of you eager to learn, others a bit skeptical, maybe even some that feel weary. All of them are welcome here. In fact, that's the heart of what we do, creating room for every part of us to be seen, honored, and gently understood. So as we begin, I invite you to settle in, let your shoulders drop, take a slow breath. Simply notice who's here today, which parts are most present. And just becoming aware is enough. And I'll lead us in a deeper meditation, about 10 minutes of meditation in just a bit. But before I do that, just so grateful again to share this time with you. And let's see if we can step into days live together with openness, kindness, and the courage to listen deeply. And at the end, I'll take your questions so that we can explore together in real time. If you haven't already, I invite you to like this video. It helps YouTube that we're here and lets their algorithms find us so that others can have access to the content. Additionally, if you haven't yet, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel. It lets you know when I post new content and helps others find this healing work uh, too. And if you'd like to connect beyond these lives, you can always send me an email at tim@faithfullygrowing.com. Or if you want to comment, I respond to those uh, too. But so grateful to engage with you as we learn together. And many of you have been such an encouragement to me, and your questions keep me curious and learning too. And donations are also welcome and appreciated if you're able to contribute. I think YouTube calls them super something, a super sticker, a super thanks. You can donate here. Or you can go to faithfullygrowing.com/donate. And those donations on my website are tax deductible if that's helpful for you. But I'm simply grateful for your presence. And if you're not able to contribute, keep showing up. I'm so glad that you're here, and the reviews that you give and the comments on the videos on this channel make a big difference and are helpful too. So know that. And so today, I'm going to keep it really real. And we're going to talk about those parts that just want to stay in bed. And maybe it's just the fact that today is the first day of school in my household. And those parts are showing up a lot in my life. Uh, but parts in conflict around rest and productivity are real. You've heard me talk about them here, they show up a lot. One part craves rest, quiet, and stillness. Another part fears being seen as lazy or unworthy. These parts often activate around, yeah, having to get up and go to school or work, or maybe it's downtime, weekends, and slow mornings where we can rest, but that part that wants to keep us busy is not having it. And it's good to know that this isn't laziness, it's parts work. It's being in relationship with our parts. The resting part may be protecting from burnout, trauma, or emotional exhaustion. And that pushing part may fear judgment or failure or lost time. And we know from an IFS perspective, all parts are welcome, trying to help. Curiosity is more healing than control. And self energy brings clarity and compassion. So, here's some questions that may be helpful for you this week, particularly if you have a journal. I encourage you to jot them down. And it's also something in the Faithfully Growing community, which is a very affordable community that we have here. You can find out more on the website too, faithfullygrowing.com. But that gives a platform each week to meet via Zoom, to ask me questions, and to connect with others on this parts work journey. But here's some questions that may be helpful. When was the last time you felt torn between resting and doing? And what does each part want for you? What might they be protecting? And in all of it, just all of this, just know you're not alone in this push, pull. Even noticing is powerful and can go a long way. So as we head toward our meditation, what are your parts that want to stay in bed? Or what are your stay in bed moments? Or wanting to rest and not do anything? Which parts show up most in these moments? And in all of it, remember, healing doesn't always mean being energized or productive. It means learning to listen with kindness. And that's where transformation can begin. And with that, let's begin our meditation. I invite you to find a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Let your eyes close if that feels safe, or you can just let your gaze rest softly in front of you. Bring awareness to your breath. No need to change anything, just notice. Inhale gently, and exhale slowly. Allow yourself to arrive. Begin to notice any sensations in your body. See if you can greet your parts with just a sense of warmth and curiosity. Continue to turn inward to that inner world with gentle interest. See if you can invite just a small drop of self energy, calm, curious, openness. And welcome those parts that may be resisting openness too. Let them know they're welcome. And see if they'd like to just witness this time this morning or wherever you are now. And welcome those parts that are cheering you on, too, saying, yeah, you need rest and you need to get some things done, but they're more balanced. A lot of self in those parts. And then bring to mind a recent moment when you wanted to stay in bed longer. Let yourself feel into that memory. Can you sense the part of you that craved rest, stillness, or escape? Where do you notice this part, in or around your body? What does it feel like? Is it heavy, calm, tired, numb? Take a moment to welcome this part. Let it know you're here and willing to listen, and just listen for a bit. See if this part knows who you are and feel free to respond if that makes sense. And when that feels complete for now, and let your parts know you can always come back, maybe make note of them. This is what parts mapping is. It's just acknowledging, making note of the parts that show up, helps them know you see them. But if it feels right, see if there's another part that responds, maybe one that judges, pushes, or feels anxious about resting. Where does this part show up in or around your body? What tone or feeling does it bring? Let both parts know you're not here to take sides. You're here to understand. Offer both parts your presence and ask gently, what are you afraid would happen if I rested too long? And see how it is for your parts just to be in the middle and to be there with them. And thank both parts for showing up today. Let the tired part know you understand it might be protecting you from exhaustion or overwhelm. Let the pushing part know you see how hard it works to keep you from falling behind or being judged. They're doing their best with limited roles they never chose. And then take a deep breath and let your exhale carry away any tension. Tap into that presence of just a drop of self again, calm, clear, compassionate. You don't have to resolve the conflict today. Just holding space can go a long way. Thank your parts again for showing up. Let them know that you can give them more time at another time because they matter. All of them matter. Then gently return to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. Offer yourself a smile and gratitude again for showing up. Take this affirmation with you. I'm learning to listen without rushing. My presence is enough. Then we can come back. If you have questions now, I'm glad to take them. If you're watching a recording, know that go ahead and engage in the chat, and I'll continue engaging with you there too. And if you haven't already, I invite you to like this video. It helps YouTube know we're here. And subscribe to the channel so you can be connected and know when I post new content. And if something lands and you want to connect outside of here, you can always send me an email to tim@faithfullygrowing.com. But yeah, and thank you, Lynn, for showing up. And yeah, I'll be in touch with you later today. But yeah, so grateful that you're here. And looks like we're good for now. So I'll go ahead and wrap up, but reach out if you need to. And yeah, so grateful for this community, and plan to be here next week, same time. All right. Take care of yourself this week.